Hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's brought in left side by Tate. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Lockett fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal line.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And goal.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Yes. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
His kick is good.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Brett Maher is set to
following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run the option here on 1st and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On the counter, it's Henry. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bryce Hall on the stop. A 3-yard pickup.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
4-yard line.
No conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out one for the sake.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Taylor. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz caught right side, Tate. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 now. Working from the gun, Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards, a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Play action. Now Wentz. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of... Last week, we talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Here we go.
This is Hines. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd and 12. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
36-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up.
Can't beat them
And
now,
they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That second down play nets a -4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jennings has it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Gary Jennings.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this is caught at the 8. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll run here with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz, that's complete, right around the 8. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They run with Hines, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Marr is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out for the sake of
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Tannehill. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First and 10 at the 40.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. This is Johnson. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
2nd and 3 at the Colts' 13-yard line.
To the air again, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. Check. Solid. Wide. Get wide. Check 37.
Again, it's Taylor. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Out. Fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 31.
They'll run it again with Henry. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, quick hitch, complete. It's Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you, Pop. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Get in the weight room. Hip.
Now it's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
By the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Check 52. 40. Here we go, D. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. We're shift. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Get ready. Mike 55.
Wentz to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Indianapolis, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.